Hiya and welcome to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of girls who are often labelled as too much, too sensitive, too emotional and too different and just don't fit in. I'm Rach Friedley, fellow mum, coach and play specialist, and here's what I believe. Our girls definitely do not need fixing, and we don't need yet another list of strategies that make us feel like failures in our role as parents. The truth, behaviour is not a flaw. It's a signal from the body, and it's the body's way of asking for support without the words. This podcast is about listening, not controlling, connection, not correction, and giving you tools that actually work in the chaos of real everyday life or everyday real life. So if you're ready to stop second guessing, feel confident again and finally connect with your daughter at her level, you're in the right space. So keep listening. Hi mums, right, how are you doing? No, I mean really, how are you doing? I don't want the official version, I just want the down to earth version. How's it going for you? How's your daughter doing? Because if you've clicked play of this episode, which obviously you have, because you've now got my voice in your little goals, I'm guessing life feels a wee bit chaotic right now. Maybe you're bone tired of fighting over phone use or wondering where that bright, funny girl of yours has gone. Just want to say you're not imagining it. Something has shifted, and it's not just, as we're often told, how teenagers are these days. You know those comments. Today we're diving into social media and why it feels so magnetic, so all-consuming of our girls and what's really going on underneath. This is part one of a new monthly series I'm doing on the Teen Whisperer, all about screens, how it affects our girls and the quiet chaos those screens create in our homes. And as always, no sugarcoating this end, just truth, connection, community and real talk for mums who are doing their utmost best in a world that is moving way faster than you could have ever imagined. So this monthly series has all started after speaking with a client this week. She said, I just don't know what to do anymore. Every time I try to suggest anything to my daughter, she lets rip at me and I feel personally attacked. She says she's glued to her phone, anxious all the time, and when she tries to suggest she stops, she completely unravels. And I felt that deep into my bones. That mix of worry, guilt, frustration and total confusion. What the heck is going on? And I just want to say I've been there, and it is tough, really tough, as you go from flipping from full-on control to nothing and then back again. It's just like one of those, I don't know what it's called, a thing that goes backwards and forwards. Very informative, Rachel. I'm going to call it a zip line, but it's not what I meant. And I told her something, which I'm going to tell you now. It's not about her. It's not even about you. It's her brain and how it's wired, which is why social media is so addictive. So let's dive in. The dopamine trap. Dopamine is the brain's feel-good hormone. But here's the bit most people miss. Dopamine isn't about pleasure, as people regularly say it is. It's about want. It's the chemical, it's the hormone that says, that felt good, let's do it again. And tech companies know this better than anyone. They've built entire platforms to keep our girls chasing that next hit, that next like, that next comment, that next streak. Every notification, every like, every comment and streak is deliberately timed to keep that dopamine loop alive. And one thing I'm going to say about dopamine right now is that initial connection when you start scrolling on your phone and you get that instant dopamine hit, you then need to scroll more and more and more to get that next dopamine hit. And again, scrolling more and more and more and more and more before you get that next dopamine hit. Now can you see why it's so addictive? It's the same reward system that lights up with gambling and alcohol in the brain. So it's the same reward system in the brain. And the teenage female brain, it's way more sensitive to dopamine than almost any other stage of life. That sensitivity is supposed to help her explore, connect and build identity, but social media is hijacking it. You know the line, she posts a photo, she waits for the likes. She feels that tiny rush of, I've got it, when they come in, and then she crashes again. Her brain goes, quick, scroll again, post again, find another hit. That's what it does. And this is not a character flaw. It's neurochemistry on overdrive. And billion-dollar companies have designed it that way to be so addictive. Because girls engage, they comment, they care, they respond. Emotion equals data. And that data equals engagement. And guess what? That engagement equals profit. So when you see her up at 1 o'clock in the morning, eyes glassy, looking absolutely wrecked, and her thumbs are scrolling, it's not that she doesn't care about sleep. It's because her brain is wired to keep chasing that connection. And these apps have learned how to exploit that perfectly. She's not addicted to her phone. She's addicted to the feeling of being seen. And that, more than anything, breaks my heart. So why are our girls especially vulnerable on social media, and why does it hit them way harder than boys? So number one, you've got that constant social comparison and perfectionism. Girls' social status still leans heavily on looks and belonging, mainly from what they see on social media, what they see in the media, what they see online, what they see in magazines. And it turns into an endless competition, especially online, with filtered bodies, curated smiles, impossible standards that are so difficult to achieve. And even when they know it's fake, that comparison happens way below consciousness. And her brain floods with cortisol, the stress hormone, every time she feels less than. Then number two, you've got that relational aggression. So girls rarely fight with fists as boys do. They fight with silence, exclusion and screenshots. So blocking, leaving someone unread, tagging a photo that embarrasses somebody. It's social cruelty in high definition colour. Number three, you've got that emotional contagion. So feelings spread online faster than flu in a classroom. And depression and anxiety are way more contagious than happiness. And algorithms amplify whatever we linger on. So if she watches one sad or self-harm video, TikTok will send her 50 more extreme, more consuming, and more self-belittling, breaking her self-confidence, breaking her self-belief. And then on top of that, you've got the worst one, the heavy one, predation and harassment. Girls are way more likely to receive unwanted contact, comments, and grooming messages online. It's exploitation disguised as attention. After all, negative attention is better than no attention, and that's all down to how her brain is wired. So add that all up and you have got a perfect storm. A sensitive, developing brain swimming in dopamine and cortisol, chasing connection in a world designed to help her, to keep her feeling insecure. So what can we do? Well, do you know what? I'm so glad you've asked. Number one, we need to keep it real. You don't have time for theory when you're in the thick of it. So here are a few gritty, doable tools you can start using tonight or today, depending on when you're listening to this podcast episode. So number one, you've got the 90-second pause. Now this is for you. So when you feel that urge to snatch the phone or shout at her, take 90 seconds. That's how long a chemical reaction takes to pass through the body. So breathe, ground yourself, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You know the way. Then ask yourself, how do I feel about this right now? By resetting yourself, it takes you out of the equation and resets both of you. Number two, name the feeling, not the behaviour. It's a slight tweak in how you speak to your daughter. So instead of saying, you're addicted to your phone, you need to come off it now, try saying something like, it looks like this is making you anxious. What do you need? That simple tweak, as I say, shifts you from enemy to ally. It shows her that you can see her, for what is happening for her right now. There's a lot of hers in that sentence. It shows her that you can see her for what is happening for her right now, not her behaviour. Number 3, model disconnection. So when you're on your phone or your tech, whatever it is, and you need a break away from it, just say out loud, I'm giving my brain a break for 10 minutes. I'm giving it a break from social media, from all my tech. Then actually do it. She's watching how you regulate too. Because remember, we need to mirror the behaviours that we want to see in our daughters. And if you're asking her to come off her phone, but you're sticking on yours, she's going to go, what the heck, Mum? Why am I coming off mine if you're staying on yours? We need to mirror it. And number 4 is the positive feed audit. So sit together and ask, who lifts you up and who drains you? And mute or unfollow the ones that chip away at her self-confidence. By sitting down with her allows her to open up about people that she follows and helps you to regulate her and helps her to understand why to pull away from those people. This isn't censorship, it's self-care for her and for you. And then number 5 is tech-free pockets. So choose one, whether it's dinner, the school run or the half hour before bed. Make a plan, so no phones, no guilt, just reconnection. These small pockets of peace build bigger habits of calm, and all you need is literally 5 or 10 minutes to start off with and then gradually increase it. So the real message is, if you've been sitting there thinking, I've lost her, please hear me. You haven't. You're both living in a system that's designed to pull you apart, and you're still showing up here right now listening to this podcast. So every time you pause instead of panic, every time you choose curiosity over control, you're helping her build a stronger brain and a steadier sense of self. You're teaching her what no app ever can, that her worth was never up for likes in the first place. So if this episode landed with you, please hit subscribe so you don't miss part 2. We'll dig into rebuilding confidence and emotional regulation in a digital world. And by the way, this is now a monthly topic as part of the podcast. And please share this episode with a mum friend who's in the thick of it too, the one who's quietly blaming herself for not knowing what the frig is going on. She needs to know she's not alone. And don't forget to grab your free 60-second reset. It's in the show notes. It's your quick survival tool for those I can't do this moments, for you and for her. It's a side for you and a side for her. And if you want more and you're craving deeper ongoing support, come join me inside WTF. What's the feeling, by the way? Which is our private community coaching space for mums who are doing this, who are done doing this all alone. Because remember, it's physiology before psychology. Always. So yeah, I will speak to you again next week, and take care. Bye.